Hi guys, it's Hannah from Trekitt and I'm here at the base of the cat's back on the far eastern side of the Black Mountains on the hottest day of the year to talk to you about a few extra packing tips we've picked up over the years that'll just help you make your backpacking trip a bit more enjoyable. So this is a follow-on from a couple of different videos we've done. First of all, a couple of years ago we did how to fit your rucksack properly, and more recently we did a how to load your rucksack. So if you haven't seen those two, I do recommend going and giving those a quick watch as well. Okay guys, just before we get on with the rest of the video, if you hit that shiny subscribe button and then hit the little bell icon, you'll get a notification every time we post a video. Okay, so number one, don't be afraid to split things up. Now what I mean by that is like your tent, you don't have to load it into your bag in one go. You can split them up, so split up your poles and your pegs so those can sit down the outside of your pack, and then you can squish down your tent really nicely and fit it in there much easier. So not only does that pack easier, but it also distributes the weight really, really nicely. We've actually also done a video on how to half the pack size of your tent. We'll just pop the little link up here. Also, don't be afraid to find your own stuff sack or dry bag for your tent. Maybe a shorter but wider diameter dry bag fits into your pack easier than a longer, thinner one. And the same goes for your sleeping bag and your sleeping mat. So for a sleeping bag, it makes a lot of sense to buy a dry bag that's waterproof and will protect your sleeping bag while you're out in awful conditions. And for your sleeping mat, is it easier to take it out, fold it flat, fold it up, and then line it up along the inside of your back, on the inside of your pack. It's just all things to note, and they will help the things in your pack sit a lot easier. Don't be tempted to overfill your backpack. You'll have a much more enjoyable time when the weight is kept as low as possible. But on that same note, don't go too light. You want to find products with a good balance of durability and lightweight. So it's all about a bit of compromise. You will have to compromise on something, whether it's the weight, the durability, your enjoyment, or the price. Something's got to give. So for example, is it worth spending the extra £40 on a down sleeping bag that's lighter and can pack down much smaller and save you the overall weight in your pack? It's just, it's just something to think about and what you don't mind compromising on. Okay, so number three, we're on to rain covers. Now rain covers are a really excellent piece of kit in torrential rain to chuck over your pack, because they do help keep the overall weight of your pack down, because it means that your pack isn't soaking up water. The annoying thing with a full rain cover though is that it can flap around in the wind and restrict access into your pack, and when you take it off to get stuff out, the contents of your bag are still going to get wet. So we actually recommend loading up your stuff inside your pack into individual dry bags. Now these are great. They come in loads of different sizes, loads of different colours, so you can colour code them so you know what's in them. So for example, I have a little bag for my cables, I have a bag for my group shelter, for my clothes, for my wash kit, so I know exactly what I need to be pulling out when I go in there, and it just keeps everything a bit more protected in torrential rain. Now with those dry bags as well, load up your contents, squeeze all the air out and try and get them as flat as possible, because they'll pack down much easier than dry bags full of air that are super round. They will just sit a lot easier in your pack. So number four, can things be multifunctional? Do you need a full tent and your walking poles, or can your walking poles be used to make your shelter? Another thing we like to cut the weight down on is pillows. Do you need to take an extra pillow, or actually will your insulating jacket inside a dry bag work just as well? It does, trust me. Another thing to consider is the weight of your sleeping bag. So potentially could you go with a lighter weight sleeping bag, and then if the temperature takes a dive, put on your insulating jacket as well, just to warm you up a bit more. It's all things to consider. So that's it, guys. That is our packing tips to help you have a much more enjoyable time out in the mountains. As I said earlier, we've made a couple of extra videos to complement this one really well. So our how to fit your rucksack video and our how to load your rucksack video. Those are both super quick watches. I do recommend going and giving those a quick watch as well while you're here, and that'll just load you up with a bit more knowledge. If you love the content that we're putting out, don't forget to hit that really shiny subscribe button. And if you have any extra comments or suggestions, then do pop them in the comments section below. We really do love hearing off you guys. And that's it from me. I'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe. Bye.